Right viewers, welcome to part one of this Volkswagen T5.1 conversion. What I've decided to do, I've decided to make it a slightly stealth camper van, but the furniture I'm going to put in is going to be removable, so that if I need to use it as a van I can whip it out quickly and use it as a camper as and when. I'm still not right 100%, but I'm a lot better than I were. I still now and again I keep getting shakes, and I'm shaking like a shitting dog, but I think I'm out worse than it. So I'm bored sat about, so we're going to make a start on this van. I'll show you how far I've got, and I'll show you what we're going to be doing today. So I've not done that much to it, but I've cleared back out. I've took the original panels out, all the original wooden panels. I've took old flooring up. That's new flooring, but that's got to come up because I've just cut it to shape. But I'll take that up and I'll show you what actual floor it's then were, because I've got to put some insulation under that that flooring. But actual van it's then we're absolute cock on. So what I'm going to do is today, because I haven't got that much strength, but today I'm going to take that double seat out and convert it to a single. Another thing I've done, I've fitted them wind deflectors. Now I know these aren't everybody's cup of tea, but I fitted them because I weren't gonna put any windows in bike, and that allows you just to drop window down a bit, and if it rains, no rain gets in cab. Plus anybody on outside can't see that windows open to allow some airflow into the bike, and it looks like windows up because they can't see that windows been dropped down a bit. Dropped down I meant. So I've done that. They were only cheap. I think they were 20 quid for a pair, and they fit great, and they do a job. But I've decided that I am going to fit just one window. So I'm going to fit one opening window in sliding door. I've ordered it. It's on its way from Fleabay. I don't know when that's going to land, but that's the plan, just one window. So that's inside that van. It's really clean. Now them magnetic stickers there, well, they're not stickers, because I'm going to have it as a stealth camper van with only one window in. I've got these magnetic stickers. They just peel off, the magnetic. And what I'm going to do is, if I'm camping anywhere where I shouldn't be, I'll stick them on outside that van. I've got 4 altogether. Like I say, they just peel on and off. So if I'm camping anywhere I shouldn't be, I'll put them on outside that van. And 2 reasons for that is van should get left alone, because I'm not going to make it look like a camper. Because while camping's got that popular now, everywhere you go they're clamping down on where you can camp and where you can't camp, and you're getting mardy neighbours kicking a fuss up and whatnot. So thought best thing to do is not make it look like a camper. That's why I'm only putting one window in, and I'll just bung them on side, and hopefully it'll get left alone. And other reason I'm going to stick them on is if it looks like a work van, because obviously with it not looking like a camper it'll look like a work van, people might think that there's tools in and just break in just to see if there's any tools, but I'm hoping that's going to make people think, oh, it's a security patrol van, there's going to be no tools in there. At worst there might be a chuffing great big starvation dog in back, Alsatian dog. So that's my plans behind that. It might sound like a stupid idea, but I'm going to go with it anyway. So that's a double seat project today's, that's coming out. So what's involved? First of all, cab on this van were absolutely spotless apart from underneath this seat. Underneath this seat it's absolutely rank, full of mouldy sandwiches and dog hair and God knows what else. But there's 8 16mm, I've already took them out. There's 8 16mm nuts. Take them nuts off. It's on studs. All this wiring I'll have to go back under new seat, but all that will clip to this plastic frame. But I've just unclipped it. God knows what all that's all about, but obviously it's got to stay because it's there for a reason. So that'll just go under new seat. Right. Multi-million-dollar question: what seat's going in? Now, I've tried to get a couple of seats to match this one. This is original one, and as you know it's worn due to mileage, but it's a nice captain's chair. It's got two arms, and I thought, well, I'll buy a new one of them and I'll buy one to match. But cheapest one I could find were 500 quid. A good one. You can get some in the same state as this for about 4 what need work. So it's pointless paying that sort of money if it's going to want work and all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that in, and if one comes up at right money I'll buy it, but I'm going to leave it in for now. I've bought another single seat for that side, which don't match, and it's only got one armrest on it. And I've bought some seat covers, so I'm going to stick seat covers on. They'll both look same with seat covers, but underneath they'll be different. So changing to a single seat. That's a driver's side seat base. I bought this off of Fleabay. It come with that welded on because that's handbrake mount. So I've just cut that off with angle grinder, give it a lick of paint, come with chuffing don't even know where I've put that now. It did come with handbrake attached, but I've took that off. God knows where I've put that, but that's the actual mount, and that were on there. So we've chopped that off, and that's good as a seat base, a single seat base. Now the seat I'm going to put on is that a Volkswagen Charan. It's proper passenger side. It's not a driver's side, it's passenger side. And because it's out in a Volkswagen, seatbelt fits. It's got a bit dusty. It was in a great disgrace when I got it, but I gave it a quick valet and it's come up alright. So that seat, it's only got one armrest, but it's on the right side. So that seat is going to mount onto this base. Now, holes aren't exactly in the right place. So that one mount from original, that lines up. That one done, so we've got to ignore that one. So I've drilled oil there, and I've put a riv nut in. Put a captive nut in. So that's going to mount there. I've done the same at back. That's original mount, but we're going to be mounting there. I've put riv nuts in, and I've put a spot of weld on bike to keep them in. That's the other one. So hopefully we'll get that other seat out, we'll get that base in, and we should have a nice, at least it's grey, so it's close to the other seat. But I weren't paying between 500 and some were even asking 750 quid for a seat, and my budget's not going to stick to that, because I'm doing this as a budget build anyway, so my budget can't stretch. Right, I'll get back to you once I've buggered about with this seat, and we'll see how it comes out. See you shortly. Right viewers, we've got that seat out. That's it there. I'm going to save that, because when I come to sell this van, new owner might prefer to have double. So I'll put that in storage. When I've got all dog hairs off it, I'll put that in storage, and that can go back in. Clean the dog hair out on it. But that is in mint condition, that. Right, when we come to fit this seat base in here, give this a clean up in here. Shut that door, it might be better. When we come to fit the seat base in here, they're original mounts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, new seat base will only mount on that one, that one, that one, and that one. So them two in the middle are redundant, and them two there are redundant. Now, if you're going to be using this as a walkthrough van like me, they're going to be tripping over them. So they will screw out, and they are 23mm. Now, when I put my 23mm socket or that, I couldn't get on it, because I ain't got a 23mm deep throat socket. And once I put that on, I couldn't get my socket in. So what I've done to get them out is I've used old-fashioned fucking old monkey wrenches, we used to call them, but the pipe wrenches, and I've gone like that, and I've managed to break them both free. So these will now come out. Fortunately, that one's not tight, and I can pull it all the way out with my hand. So that's what we're holding them in. So I'll take back an out. Sorry about shaky camera, but I can't find my tripod like everything else. My brain's addled at the moment. Right, that's them out. Now when you've took them out, it leaves horrible holes. I'll just get them over that, and right, once they're out, that leaves them great big oils in your rug. Now if you go on Fleabay, you can buy these plugs. Now whoever's selling them, they're only 3D printed plugs what goes in your carpet and bolts into them holes. Well, they go through your rubber mat, not your carpet. They just fit in there like that. And they make that a lot neater job, rather than it looking like you've just got two oils in flour. They're not dear. I think they were 8 quid a pair, something like that. You just nip them down like that. and you've got your cheap Chinese Allen keys out. But that just makes it look a lot more professional than having oils into thing. But that's how I managed to get them out, because I ain't got a deep throat socket big enough. I hope you understood that, because and that plugs what I've took out. Right, I'll go and fetch seat base now and I'll show you how that mounts. That's handbrake what come with seat base, because like I say, it's a driver's side and I've just had to modify it to fit passenger side. So let's see if we can get this to fit. Sit you down 2 minutes. So that's how that fits. If you look, it's exactly the same as driver's side. We're now mounting on that, and that. Them two middle ones is redundant. I could, if I wanted to, take them out, but I might as well leave them in, because knowing me, I'll only lose them. And then when I come to, if I need to put other seat back in, I'll not be able to find them. Right, so I'll bolt them up using these original nuts what held double seating. Might as well put them back on there so I know where they are. Right, so that's more or less basing. I'll just nip them up off camera. I'll tidy all that up with some tie wraps out at the road so you can't see it. And Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. I'll get back to you shortly. Just a quick side note, if you're doing this conversion, I come to tidy all wiring away as best I could anyway, so that you can't see it from front and back. And there's actually a couple of fuses. There's a 15 amp fuse there, so you've got to leave access to be able to get to that. So I've had to tidy it wiring away as best as I could, so that I can still get to that 15 amp fuse. God knows what they're for and why they're under the seat, because there are no airbags in the seat, so I don't get why none of this were connected to the seat. And there's another 15 amp fuse there. So I'm going to stick that seat in now, and I can't see there being any lights on dash, because no, it connects to this bloody thing. No, it connects to the seat. Right, base is in. I'll get back to you once seat's in. See you shortly. Right viewers, that's the seat in. Don't look too out of place. Not bad condition. Armrest works and everything. It's got adjuster on armrest, so you can have it to rest wherever you want. Because it's out in a Volkswagen Charan as they call them, seat belt fits spot on. That's a fit. So here we have it. The seat base don't look too shabby to say it's a second hand. Still got access to them fuses if I need them. Right, so that's as far as I've got. I'll come back to you when I've done a bit more. See you shortly. Right, I'm going to start insulating this floor now. Because of how low roof height is, I'm only going to be putting some of that bubble wrap stuff down. Now people say it's a waste of time, but I put it down anyway just for a bit of reflective heat or cold or whatever. Now these are my boards what I made up yesterday. These are a bit thicker than normal. They were second hand, but they were dirt cheap. It's 18mm ply, marine ply, which is right expensive stuff, and then there's a millimetre of fiberglass on either side. Now these were sidings for lorries when they were new, but it come at a lot cheaper than, because it was second hand, it was a lot cheaper than going to Weeks and buying brand new sheets, because as you'll know, buying wood at the moment is like buying money. What I've done on my flooring, what I took out, it had a cut out for this footwell. Now by cutting that out you lose quite a lot of floor space, and with only being a small van, what I've done is I've levelled it up to there, so you lose that step, but it's only 3 inch, so you've just got to lift your leg 3 inch higher, that's all. But it's gained me all that extra space. I've took all eyes out. They were a right bastard to get out. Them all floor anchors, there were 6 of them all together. Well, there were 6 there and 1 there, one on the other side, so there were 8 all together. But I've got them out, like I say, nightmare. But this floor's in really good nick. Screw holes with what held original flooring down. I've took screws out and I've put pop rivets in with sticker flakes on, so I've sealed them up so no water can get in, and that's sealed them oils up, because this ply's that heavy. Like I say, it's 18mm ply with 2mm fiberglass on, a millimetre a side. It's that heavy, that's not going nowhere. So what's to do now? Get some insulation down. I've got some left over from last van I did. This is all I'm sticking down. I'm going to put that down. It's last I've got, so I've got visions I'm going to have to nip down a Weeks and get another couple of rolls of that. So I'm going to do alt van in it, but I just thought if I can get flooring done, get floor down, that's a job out of the way. Right, see you in a bit. Well, that's floor covered with reflectics. I'm going to put plywood down next, and then it'll be pull all them wooden panels off there, ply panels, and we'll be putting all this reflectics behind there. I'm not even convinced it works that well, my sen light, but everybody else seems to fit it, so I'll go ahead with floor. Right, I'll get back to you when I've put my ply down. It's already cut. I think I shown it here earlier. Just going to put that down, then that floor's done. I'll show you how I've done that extension over where it sliding door step is. Right, I'll get back to you in a bit. It's getting a bit windy now. See you shortly. Right, that's me plying. I know they don't match, two different pieces of wood, but I couldn't do it all in one piece. It had to be, because van's 5.5 foot wide and you can only get 4 foot, but these panels that I bought come in 8x3, so that were right handy. So I bought 2 of them, cut a bit out of them, 6-inch out of them, and made them fit. Now this is bit what I had on, that's where its step is, but if you cut all that bike you lose all that space. So what I do is put a spacer in there so when you stand on it, it don't go down, and then I'll put a closing panel up there across there, fasten to that and fasten down through there, and that'll tidy all that up. And then that's it. Right, I'm going to call that an enter video one, because wind's getting up and it's starting to rain and my shakes are coming back. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it will help to anybody who wants to put a single seat in front and take double out. I've got shakes right bad now. I think my blood sugar levels dropped down to 0 again, but I'm not a diabetic, but keep going through these shaky spells. Right, that's me done waffling. Right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Look out for video 2. Something else I've got to do. I've got to thank everybody who sent best wishes, because I mentioned in my last video how ill I'd been, and lots and lots of you messaged me through YouTube and through Gmail, and I really appreciate that. It cheered me up no end. So I'm going to go waffling now. I'll see you in video 2. Thanks again to everybody, really appreciate it. See you later.